What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I thank you for taking the time on this beautiful Monday afternoon. We've got some roster cut downs beginning. The Eagles just practiced. We've got some things going down, so figured I'd hop on. We talked a little bit earlier today, so those of you who tuned in, appreciate you. If you missed that video, go check it out. Media losing their minds here. They know something special is brewing, but let's talk about some of these roster cut downs real quick. Talk about some of the guys that have been let go. Nobody that was surprising, but we're going to go through this. So I appreciate you taking the time. Thank you for hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, whatever you're doing to support me. I appreciate all of you. But let's jump into this. If you guys have any questions, any comments, please feel free to let me know. But some of these guys, we talked about on the bubble for sure, especially this past week. A lot of things have definitely changed. So we're going to break it down here real quick. And don't forget, later tonight, I will be doing my projected 53-man roster. So tune in for that. And this definitely having the safety position answered is a good one. So what is going on, my man? JC in the building. Good to see you, my man. Hope you are doing well. Just wanted to talk about some of these things real quick. Got some things to do. Then I will be back later tonight. We'll be doing the 53-man roster projection, the final before tomorrow. So let's take a gander at the 6 players that have been let go. So we have ourselves, obviously, you saw Jaquiski Tartt there. He had some personal things going on. So unfortunately, he was not able to get up to speed and prove that he should make this team. We have another young safety really showing out. So he was released, as well as Richard Rodgers, Jaquiski Tartt, Wren. I don't know how that got erased, but all right, fantastic. Oh, no, Wren is up there with the waived. Sorry about that. So you've got Huntley, Wren, Carson Strong, and Cameron Tom all waived. So they've got to go through the waiver process. And I feel the reason they did that is so therefore tomorrow, while they're making their decisions on the roster, after that's done, they can take a look at their practice squad. And some of these guys, we've talked about the fact that, they're probably only going to be able to make the practice squad, if anything. So guys like Carson Strong will get a chance. Maybe another team will pick him up. If not, I don't even know. I think Reed Sinet could be the practice squad guy, but that's what we've been talking about the last couple of weeks. So guys like Richard Rodgers, maybe even a Jaquiski Tartt if he doesn't find a new home. But we talk about this all the time. Last year we were talking about this with Richard Rodgers because of the tight end situation. Maybe he's not on the active roster week 1 because that money is guaranteed to those veterans. If they're on that roster, if they're on after week 2, then it's only 25% guaranteed. So that's a move you could see for some of these veterans. Definitely something we've talked about with Richard Rodgers. So if he does come back, that could be the time. But there'll be someone named Tyree Jackson, hopefully coming back around week 5. That's when he's eligible. We'll see if the timetable allows that. But really hoping that young man can really get up to speed and get into this offense. But we've got some other talent. So let's talk about this. We're going to look at all of the positions that were affected here, and we're going to take a look at the new look roster, who is competing here. So let's take a look. But if you have any questions, comments, please feel free. What is going on? Mrs. Bird Gang in the building. Thank you so much. Definitely feeling much, much better. Able to bring that energy. My voice is, it's getting there, but I appreciate you. You and Mr. Bird Gang, I hope are doing well. You and the family. Really great to see you guys. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're excited for this season. Less than 2 weeks away. Cutdowns are beginning. And tomorrow, we will know the 53-man roster. So really excited about that. But let's jump into this and let's talk about this updated roster. And I'm just going to look at the positions that were affected by those 6 players released. Tonight, you'll see the full roster. You'll see who I have making the team, who I have starting, who's the depth. So the whole depth chart will be there. I'll have a practice squad for you. I'm going to give you everything you could possibly need. So tune in later tonight. But right now, let's take a gander quickly. So let's start with the defense here. You see that we did let go of Wren. So again, those top 4, Milton Williams is the future. So I'm really excited about the defensive tackle room. Obviously, adding a nose tackle and Jordan Davis, we desperately needed. But beyond that, Marvin Wilson, Kobe Smith, Marlon Tuipulotu. We've talked about Mr. T there, Marlon Tuipulotu, really stepping it up. But could he force the Eagles to keep 5 defensive tackles? We shall see. But, you've got some talent here on this roster. So Wren was the odd man out. Now at safety, you saw Reed Blankenship. I had mentioned him earlier. I've been talking about him a lot lately. It's really going to be hard to keep him off this roster. Now I feel he's going to make the roster. So really excited about that. I thought the kid really balled out. So exciting news to see Jaquiski Tartt released. But you have Andre Sacheret. Not sure how serious his injury is. And then you've got Kayvon Wallace, who just really hasn't lived up to any kind of dude. He's just been horrible. Let's be real with ourselves. So look, I don't know who we want to keep. We've talked about Josiah Scott, being able to play safety as well. Same goes for Josh Jobe. Some of those guys that bring depth at safety, so you don't necessarily have to keep a lot, but maybe Andre Sacheret makes this initial roster, then ends up on the IR. Maybe they do the same for Josiah Scott. Not sure, again, how serious those injuries are. But again, those injuries are the IR is only for 4 weeks now. So they're changing all these rules. The same with the pup, only 4 weeks. But I mean, I'll keep you guys up to date with all that stuff. So we'll see. But now on to the offensive side of the ball that was affected. Carson Strong let go. We talked about the Eagles just really didn't see what they wanted to see from him. And, I really didn't see what everybody else was seeing from Reed Sinnett. So you guys know that on my last 53, I had us keeping 2 quarterbacks unless we go out and find someone. If there's someone they really like that is released from another team, maybe then the Eagles add a 3rd quarterback. But I think Reed Sinnett is a practice squad candidate and nothing past that. I just don't see what everybody else sees. And I think after that final preseason game, everybody else is on board with what I've been saying. So, yeah, that's what I've been talking about. I really think it's going to be 2 quarterbacks there. We'll see if we add somebody else. And you could add somebody else, to the practice squad at some point then, whatever you want to do. But, yeah, I don't think Reed Sinnett's that guy. Anyway, on to Cameron Tom being let go. You have Jack Anderson. We've talked about fighting for a job here. We know Cam Jurgens is the future, so not a lot there. But Jack Anderson provides that versatility. He can play center. He can play guard. So maybe he finds himself a roster spot. And then at tight end, you have, obviously, Jaden Graham, who was brought in on the IR. So he's not going to be playing all year. Could be released later with an injury settlement. Maybe go somewhere else. Good for him. Talked about Tyree Jackson a little bit earlier. He will start on the pup, miss the first 4 weeks. Hopefully he'll be back. He'll get a 3-week window open. Hopefully he can come back week 5. I'd love that. But I feel it's Stoll and Calcaterra, but maybe we keep a 4th in Togiai. So you've got your Y tight end in Dallas Goedert. You've got your H back in Jack Stoll and your F-type tight end in Grant Calcaterra. So I really think that those 3, it's good with me, but I know that Calcaterra was dealing with some injuries. So maybe you want to keep a 4th. But I had mentioned earlier with letting Richard Rodgers go, you could bring him back after week 2 if you don't feel comfortable, before Tyree Jackson gets back. So we'll see what the Eagles plan to do, but didn't feel Richard Rodgers was making this roster anyway. So not a surprise. Another one, not a surprise, Jason Huntley. Talked about, he had that great run in the game, against 4 stringers. Look, just like I don't overreact for that. I'm not overreacting to the Dolphins' 1st stringers beating up our 3rd and 4th. I take it all with a grain of salt. So that's why he's been cut. Some people, I don't understand. It's like, dude, look, the guy had a good run. He does okay in special teams. I didn't think he was going to make this roster. For me, it's obviously Miles Sanders and Kenny Gainwell, but I think Boston Scott is your 3rd. And then Kennedy Brooks, didn't really see enough from him to warrant being a 4th. I think, again, a Jordan Howard type back, and maybe you wait till week 3 when that money's not guaranteed to a veteran. So look out for a move like that. Maybe you bring in a Latavius Murray. Maybe you go after, a Devontae Booker. There's definitely some veteran backs out there, but there's guys being released right now, So you've got Raquel Armstead from the Jags was released. That Abram Smith was released. So there's talent with power backs out there, man. And this is what we talk about. The Eagles going to be watching the waiver wire. So this team that's going to have, I make jokes, old Ricky Bobby's going to be on the roster, whatever name I make up for the time, but it's just, you never know who they've been watching on other rosters. We're looking at in the draft. They get released. They think they can do something with them. You never know. So those were the roster spots that were affected by the releases. And I will keep you up to date on all of the rest of the releases throughout the day, tomorrow, whatever. But I will be back later tonight and we'll be talking about that 53-man roster. What is going on, Blue City? Hope you're doing well, my man. Had me fired up a Cilio video earlier. Good stuff. I appreciate you, JC. Can't take it. Slandering my quarterback. Sit the down, bud. So, just can't take it anymore. Super pumped for football. Doing well. Hey, love to hear it. And I know you guys are going to get jacked too. Me and the family, we've got our gear. We're pumped. I'm ready to run through an effing wall. I'll be real with you. So I'm going to be trying to get you all as excited as I am and pumped up these next couple weeks, getting ready. But tonight we're going to kick it off with that final 53. And then tomorrow we'll be talking about what the 53-man roster actually is. We'll break it down. We'll talk about everything, give you my depth chart, all that stuff. So really looking forward to it. Can't wait for an exciting season. And then when the week of starts, we're going to be doing it just like we did last year. We're going to have some changes here, but we're going to go behind enemy lines, get to know our opponent. You'll know every single player on their roster, everything you need to know. We'll be talking about it. So I'm getting a little bit excited, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are too. But that's all I've got for you right now. Nina, appreciate you tuning in again. Look, I loved talking to you guys earlier today on the lunch break. Now, ready to talk to you after. Now, I will be back later tonight. So, third time is a charm. I hope I will see you all later. Nina, hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great day. Start to your week. That goes for all of you. Thank you. If you enjoyed this, got something from it, do me a favor, hit that like button. I keep getting ready to cue up this music. I'm just going to delete it all because they keep coming at me. So, no music yet. We'll get there. But I appreciate each and every one of you. If you need anything, you know you can always reach out to me. But until next time, I'm Jimmy Smith. This has been On the Road to Victory. And yes, again, tune in tonight. I'm thinking around like 8 or 9, but I'm not sure yet. But if you subscribe, turn that notification bell on, you'll know exactly when we are talking birds. So I hope to see you then. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Love to hear your thoughts later. So I hope I will see you. But you enjoy the start to this beautiful week. Have a great day. And as always, go birds!